my studio. Angelica Turner here with Elizabeth Craft Designs, and welcome. Today I am introducing my new and first collection for 2025. This one is the Spring Awakening collection. It consists of seven dies, one stem set, as well as one die designed by Joset from Mercurium Whimsical product line that coordinates beautifully with my collection. So let's get started, and I'll go ahead and show you each set. I have tons and tons of beautiful projects designed by my super talented design team. So I have tons of projects to show you, and I'll do a quick demo at the end so you can see how to put together one of my dies. So let's get switched here. Okay, so for the first die, it's the tulips. This is set 2215, and you have several sizes of the florals, a couple of different and several sizes of your leaves, as well as the stems. So you can create the large tulip all the way to teeny tiny florals. And of course, not only can you create tulips with this, but you can create any other flower you can pretty much envision. Here are the sample florals I did for the packaging, so you can see the dimension on them, and you can layer all the stems and the leaves with it. So that is again 2215 tulip. Next one is the 2216 cornflower. Love this flower. It is so pretty. And here again, you have a wonderful assortment of sizes. So you have your largest size here, your small ones here. You have the stems, the leaves, the centers. So you have a lot of different options here, a lot of pieces to create your beautiful florals. This is my sample I created for the packaging. As you can see the detail that you can get with these flowers. Again, this is the 2216 cornflower. Next, we have the 2217 floral greenery tree. So you got different little branches here. You have the wheat stalk here that goes beautifully with the cornflower. And you can see the different sizes here, the wheat stalk, and then its leaves, and the different little greenery branches. Here are the samples that I created for that. And you can add as much or as little uh, coloring detail as you want. Here I did add a bit of coloring detail. You can also cut them from colored cardstock. So here is the next one. This is 2218, the decorative egg. You have a total of 3 pieces, 3 dies. So you have the solid with the scalloped edge, a solid piece, and then the decorative centerpiece of the egg. And here is the die cuts that I put together for the packaging. You can have different options here, how you can uh, couple or put together the dies, so you get different variations of just having the frame by itself, having a solid piece, and then how you layer them. So there's a lot of fun options there for you. Next one is 2219 decorative oval frame. This one consists of 4 pieces. So you got your solid piece right here, this one, then you have your decorative border, solid piece for the center, and then your decorative centerpiece. So again, you have a lot of different options of what you can do with this particular piece. Your solid piece is perfect for creating the shaped decorative cards. Then you have your decorative border and your center, and depending how you pair those dies, you will get a lot of options out of this beautiful die. So that again is 2219 decorated oval frame. Next one, and this is such a fun one to work with. This one is the 2220 honeycomb egg. You have 3 pieces in here, 3 different sizes of egg, and then the little piece to hang it if you wanna like put it on a wreath or a garland or any home decor. This is the large piece. Now these ones I made from soft finish cardstock and colored the paper with distressed inks. So I used a light color on one side, a dark color on the other. And look how fun these are. And then of course you can decorate them. You can add florals. You can add greenery to them. So these are the 3 sizes: small size, medium, and the large size. So that is, let me put them off to the side, 2220 honeycomb egg. Super fun to work, play with. Next one, it is the 2221 decorative dimensional basket. Let me see. And I have tons of samples. So once I go through all the sets, then I will show you all the different samples. So here is the sample that I did. You have in here, you have this border right here, which makes the handle, the base, your solid base, and then your decorative piece, which is this one right here, and then your solid base. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different panels here. And this gives you a lot of different options of what or how to create different panels for it. For example, here I used this one, which is the base of your panel. It has the tabs here that you're going to fold and glue each panel to each other. Then you have this one, which is a solid, which is what I used on the inside to cover all of those little folds, the flaps where you glue each one. Then I put this one on top to cover those. On the front right here, on this side, I used, let me get this off there we go. These two together. So that creates this decorative pink panel. So if you use them together, you have a separate panel that you can then glue on top of your base. On the other side right here, I used, as I was testing them, I used the stitched panel. So you have a solid panel with a nice stitched edge around it. And then of course you have your solid here. So I did 2 layers of solids, one on the outside, I glued each panel, and then one on top of that to cover all the flaps or the folds where I glued each panel to it, and then the decorative layer or the decorative die right there on the center. So again, very fun to work with. And as you can see, the little eggs fit perfectly in here. Now for the handle, this particular handle is, because of the size of how long we could do it for the packaging. The way I designed it is it has a pattern that it just repeats, a repeating pattern right here. This section right here is exactly as the same as this section. So an easy way to extend the handle, this one on this sample is actually 1.5 of this long. So what I did is when I run it through my machine is what I do is I put my let me grab the hand. So this one right here is, as you can see, it's got 1, 2. This is the original cut, this size right here, and then I extended it another half. So what I do is I cut a piece of paper or cardstock, the width of the die, and then when I put it through, and I do the same thing for both the base and the decorative. So when I run it through, I put my die on my paper, and when I put it on my machine, on my cutting plate, I make sure I have about 1/2 inch of that hanging off past that edge of the plate. So this part is not going to cut. This whole thing cuts, then I go ahead and extend, matching my my outline or my design on the die on this part right here that I cut. I place it, and then I turn it around and I do the same thing. I put my piece of paper that needs to be cut on my board, making sure that the piece that I already cut is about 1/2 inch over. So this whole section that already was cut will not be on my black or on your cutting mat. It will be off the edge. Put your top plate on, and then run it through your machine, and then you will have a longer handle that way. And you will do the same process for the base, and then the same process for the decorative overlay. So you end up with a handle this long versus something like this. So that is easy way to extend your handle. And then I had some variations here of the panels, different panels for the basket. So this is the regular, or the base of your basket that is going to make each of these panels right here. So this is your solid. This one right here is this plus this one together. When you run them through the machine, center it, and you run them together, and then you have something like this. You can see through your panel. Another thing you can do is cut a solid, like out of vellum. In this case, I cut it out of vellum. You can do transparency, and then you can put that right on behind that, and you reinforce your panel, but at the same time you have that solid. Or you can do that a different color as well. You have here another solid panel that you can do. You have the stitched panel. You have this panel, which is by using these two, you get this one. And then you also have, you can create a little border like this if you use these two solids together. Then you can create a border like that if you wanted to add an extra element, a different color, like a white border or something. You could create that little border by pairing those two dies together. So you have a ton of different options that you can use by just the way you combine your dies, and you have so many different options to create a wonderfully beautiful basket. So this is 2221 decorative dimensional basket. And the next, this one, it is, let me get them out of the packaging. So this is the CS393 Easter Greetings stamp set. We have best wishes, spring greetings, welcome spring, just because, birthday wishes, Easter blessings, happy Easter with love and bloom. And then this beautifully intricate background image that I designed to coordinate with the illustrations or the designs I did for the dies. um, and you'll see it used throughout the samples. And one of the ideas we had for this particular image is to be able to stamp it on the eggs and create and give them like either um, uh, you can heat emboss it, you can glitter it, so it will add more detail to your eggs. Um, so let me get this one, and then this little cutie here, this is 2222 Bunny. Now, this one is by Joset. She designed this one to coordinate with these florals with the basket. So, this little cutie coordinates beautifully with this collection, and you'll see it used throughout the samples. I made a quick little sample here, or when I was playing the other day, and she is just so fun to work with. And you'll see all the beautiful samples that the design team put together. So let me get those real quick. Okay, so let's see. We have lots of gorgeous, gorgeous samples here. So here's one with the cornflower, the sentiment, and this one is by Janet. She used the decorative piece from the basket set. Look how gorgeous that is. The florals, beautiful, beautiful. Now this collection coordinates beautifully with the several of my previous paper releases, the pretty pastels, the brights, the evening rose, the garden party. All of those paper collections will coordinate beautifully with these florals. So here's one right here. Here's another one with the tulips, the egg decorative die in the background. And this one is from Robin. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous samples. Here's one with the decorative die, the border, the cornflower, and this one is from Anita. And then she went ahead and stamped the centers with the center floral centers stamp set. Isn't that gorgeous? This one is from Jacqueline. It says gorgeous. Look at those florals. And here she used the decorative pieces from the basket, the border, all done in this beautiful silver. And then this part right here, it's see-through. So she cut the opening and put some transparency behind it. So if you want to, you can stamp a sentiment right here and you can see it through the decorative piece right here. And then of course these flowers, and see what I mean when you can have one flower and then just create whatever you want. This is the tulip, shaped a little bit different, colored, and you have a completely different flower. Gorgeous. Next one is, this one is from Anita. Here are the tulips again, the decorative egg, with the 3 different pieces on it, the Happy Easter stamp. This one is from Rashni. And here you can see how she used the decorative dies from the basket. Here's the base, decorative base, the border. So she used them to create a decorative background as the base for the florals. Now, these are the cornflowers, and they are made out of vellum. Gorgeous, gorgeous, just the coloring on them and how well the vellum takes on that shape in the colors. And of course, you have the greenery here, the wheat stalks. So that one is from Rashni. Then I have one here. This is stunning. And this one, I believe, is from Monica. Yes, Monica. Um, Here you have it. She used the pastels here as the paper, the pattern paper. She cut the eggs from the pretty pastels, I believe. And then look at all the florals, the layers and layers of florals and the greenery, the leaves, and then the eggs. So you can use the eggs not just for home decor or garlands but you can put them on a card and look how gorgeous. That is just beautiful, the amount of detail on that. This is from Rihanna. This is absolutely gorgeous. All her projects are kind of um have a vintage style to them. So this is beautiful. She did a shaker cover. There we go. I think you can see it. There you go. And look at all the florals. The florals, it looks like they have some shimmer on them, like spritz sprays or something like that. So you have the florals. And then look at this, all these pages. Again, some of the pattern paper here, vintage illustrate images, the border right here. Look how she just created the different. So this one is from the basket. Then you have the oval from the decorative border. You have the egg right here, egg shape, decorative uh, die, and then the whole overall the big covers are done with a solid piece from the decorative border die set. Absolutely gorgeous. And then look at that, look who's there, the cute little bunny. And then the florals again, the leaves. This one right here, look what she did. She glued it together, and then she placed one of the large um florals right here to just kind of decorate the seam of the two pages. Isn't that gorgeous? This is such a special project. Then we have this amazingly colored. Jacqueline did this one. Just love, love, love the pretty bright colors on this one. So instead of doing dimensional on this one on the florals, she did them flat, but the beautiful coloring. Look at the bunny. That's gorgeous. The coloring on the basket, the eggs, everything is just, you got the decorative egg dye right here, Easter blessing stamp, just beautiful. Get another little card here. This one is from Kathy. She is part of Joset's design team. Look at this beautiful little bunny with the tulips and the little florals over here. The egg-shaped die in the background. Gorgeous. And then I have one more here. This one is from Teresa, also part of the cute and whimsical design team with Joset. And again, a little bunny right here. Now this one is dressed in his best Sunday outfit right there with his little basket, the carrots. Here the papers are from the, I believe, Beautiful Brights collection paper set. So you have the bright colors with the pastels. Gorgeous, beautifully done. And then this one is done by Rashni. So she used the oval right here. The border, the papers are from I believe, let me see, the Evening Rose. set. So you get the paper, you got all the gold, and then on the inside, look at that, the decorative die cut again on the inside with gold and white, and then this beautiful little arrangement on the as a little, piece on the inside. Look at all those florals. Gorgeous. The colors, the dimension on them. So this one is from Rashni. Gorgeous samples. Okay, so I got another set of samples real quick. Or actually, I have a whole little basket full of samples. Okay, so this one is done by, I want to say it's Anita, but I'm not sure. I'm really sorry. I think it had a label and I don't see it. So this is the medium size egg filled, where is that? So the medium size honeycomb egg with the tulips and then all the little greenery. Look how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. Cut out of pattern paper. Just beautiful. And then this one, I believe this is Diane. Look at this. She used the decorative frame. So the base, then the decorative frame, the medium size egg here, the honeycomb egg, and then the tulips with the greenery. Just beautiful. And then you can just hang this. Of course, you can't see it, but that's gorgeous. Let's see. Oh my goodness, I have so many samples that were sent. This one is another decorative piece by Rashni. You have the egg cut of pattern paper, the florals out of vellum with the greenery, and then of course this is the egg shape. So there's a million layers of cardstock right here to make this nice and thick. And then the back right here with the decorative die cut in gold. Absolutely stunning. Another little card with the bunny. This one is from Joset. And look at how cute she is. The little basket with the little eggs, the pattern paper, the egg-shaped die. Gorgeous, and I love those colors. Here is a Easter, Happy Easter card. The decorative die, the border, the egg, and this one is from Rihanna. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, couple of more cards. This one is from Anita. I love how she used the body to give the bunny a different position, not just like standing or sitting in front, but this one, look at the little tail. Oh my goodness, that is adorable. On the decorative egg shape. This one is from Jose. Decorative border, shape card with the little bunny, the little basket, and then of course the florals and the greenery fillers right there. Another one from Rashni. This is a big card. So you got the decorative frame right here, the paper. Then you have the florals. These are the tulips, and they are done from vellum. So look at those. Those are gorgeous. And then the coloring on that little cute bunny. Spring greeting stamp. Just beautiful. I got another. This one says, Welcome Spring. Stunning. And look at, I don't know if, I think the video captures the glitter, but this one is from Janet. So the flowers are made from the corn flour. And look at that. So just by shaping them a little bit different, the color, They look like I don't know what I'm going blank on the name of the flower, what they look like, but they are absolutely stunning. Then you have the little greenery fillers over here. Gorgeous. This beauty is from Susan, and I believe this is, yes, this is an easel card. Look at that. Oh my goodness, you got the little bunny, you got the decorative shape in the background. I think it's the egg, but she did it upside down. So you have more of a circle at the top. Then you have the florals with the fillers. Oh my goodness, I just love, love, love. And then you have a lot of sparkle there. Gorgeous. And I love the bright colors from the paper as well. This one, beautiful florals by Monica. So you get the florals, you have the decorative die, border die, you get the little basket with the eggs from the bunny set, Easter blessings, and then look at the tiny little flowers, the florals there. Gorgeous. Okay. This one is from Rashni. This one is an easel. So let's see if you can capture it. Um, you can also hang it because it has a little, so you got the decorative border here. This piece right here looks like she hand cut. Yeah, so this center piece right here, she cut it and then she hand trimmed the inside design to make this border to create this fun shaker project. Look at that. And you got the bunny, the vellum tulips here, the vellum cornflowers over here. Absolutely stunning. Gorgeous project. Then we got this one from Robin. Beautifully done. We got pattern paper here from the Pretty Pastels. We got the cornflowers, the happy birthday from one of my previous releases. And then you got the decorative border here done in white and silver. So you got that beautiful kind of glimmer there. And then this little basket is done by Rashni. See how cute it is? And she created the basket with the decorative frame right here. So she used that on both sides, trimmed it, created a little basket out of cardstock, and then added the vellum cornflowers with all the greenery. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love how those flowers uh, look in vellum. Absolutely stunning. And then look at that gorgeous bow on the back. Beautiful little basket right here. Okay, and now I want to show you some of the baskets because I had them kind of off to the side and I totally forgot about showing you baskets. So here's one, and I think this is Monica's. Here you can see the difference using the small or the handle just like it's the regular size of the die. So you got the panels here with silver and white. Then we got this one from Anita. So look at that. She used the little bunny here. She decorated the handle. And all of these are actually, these florals are the tulips. She just colored them differently. She stamped the flower centers in there. She has all the pattern paper. The base of the basket is made out of pattern paper, and then she did the panels in white. And then on the inside, she took the stitched panel and then she stamped the decorative image that coordinates with the die cuts. She stamped them on, she stamped it on each panel in brown to kind of pull the color from the bunny. Isn't that gorgeous? Then we got this one, which stunning from Susan. Love what she did here with the little bunny. She put the little ruffle from the skirt and then the little pom-poms for the tail. all the florals. So her panels are all pattern paper. The inside, she did a solid panel to cover the seams, and then she did the green stitch panel as well as the green decorative panel right there for the inside. And look at that handle. This handle is actually two pieces together. So she cut two pieces, two full pieces, and then she added an extra piece in here. And between the pattern paper and the decorative cut, she added one more in there to glue them together. So you can make a much larger handle. Um, it all depends on what you want your handle size on your project. And look at those florals, the cornflower, the tulips right here, the small tiny little flowers, and then those gorgeous bows on the inside with the flowers. Stunning. Let's see, we got a little cute little box here. This one is by Monica. So she used all the little branches right here, and then the carrots, and then on the inside you have it all decorated with pattern paper, and then you got the little bunny right there. Adorable. Beautiful, beautiful project. See, I got a couple of more real quick. Got another basket right here. This one is from Joset. This one, you get the tulips right there, colored and shaped differently. So you can make pretty much any flower you want with it. Happy Easter stamp right here. You got, she did each panel in kind of a different color. So you got all kinds of different pastel colors right here on the panels. And then, of course, the little bunny with its little carrot right there. A couple of the small eggs over here. Gorgeously done. Then we have this one from Petra. I love how she decorated this with the tulips right here. Tulip arrangement with the bow. And then you can see right here, the inside panels are just solid, cut out of pattern paper. The decorative piece right there. Um, so you got tulips on either side, both sides of the handle, and then on the top of the handle as well. Tulips with welcome spring sentiment. And then we got this one from Rajni. This one is made out of the egg-shaped decorative die. So she used the handle from the basket. She made the base from the egg-shaped decorative die, and then she decorated the sides with the decorative piece from the basket, and then of course the cornflower right here in vellum, and all the different little greenery branches right there. So those are some of the samples from the baskets. So now I want to walk you through real quick how to assemble the egg. So let me find my die real quick. So when you get the dies, you're going to notice I'm going to show which one did I use here, the medium one. So you're going to see on your die, you have the center line right here, these three and these three is so these lines are embossing lines. You have your center line where you're going to fold your egg in half, and these three lines are markings that are going to be on each piece. So it'll tell you where to put your adhesive. And so I already did part of the assembly because it takes a bit when you're cutting. So for this particular one, I cut 16 pieces like this. Let me see if you can see. So you can see the fold line right there, the embossed line in the center. And because it's pattern paper, it's a bit hard to see where yeah, there they are. So I'm going to, let me grab a pencil. So here is one line at the top, bottom, and then the center line right here. So it's hard to catch the embossing lines on the screen, but So you have your center line. So you want to do is just fold it down the center. And I'm just going to fold it and use my bone folder to get a nice sharp crease. So once you have all your pieces folded, now for my little hanger piece, I like to do two pieces together. So I cut two of them, glue them back to back to make it reinforce this and make it a little bit sturdier. So what you want to do is when you have everything folded, you're going to go ahead and I find for me this is the fastest way. So you have your two markings, 1, 2, and 3, and that third marking right here in the center, which are those markings. I'm going to put a little bit of glue behind that center marking right there. And you're going to put it right behind the marking, and then you're going to just hold it. I have a little bit of some clips right here, and I'm going to clip that and let it sit for a little bit. Same thing with this one, my marking. You probably don't see it in the camera, but I can see it on the little embossing line. Put my glue right behind it. So you're gluing this part right here in the center. So you just a little bit of a little drop, not a lot. You don't want the whole thing to glue. You want that particular spot to glue. So once you have those, okay, let them kind of dry for a little bit. You're going to take them and then you're going to start gluing these single pieces together. And your next step is to put glue on this mark and this mark, top and bottom mark. You're going to put a little bit of glue right there. And then you're going to take the next piece and layer it together. Make sure that they are aligned right here on the spine and glue them together. And I'm just going to put a couple of these together. And you're going to do that until you have 8 of them glued together. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8. This is half your egg right here. I did that process until I glued all 8 of them. Next thing I want is to make sure that, so I have those 8 and then I have 6 over here. So I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 that I just did and I'm going to glue them to my other 6 pieces that I have already glued together. So this is my other half of my egg. And what I'm going to do is make sure that that is nice and aligned on the spine. And I'm going to put those clips on it to hold them together until it kind of dries. So that's half of my egg and this is the other half. So what I want to do now is I want to glue this, my little hanger piece, in between these two halves. So when you open your egg, you can see that this is going to fit right there. Like that. So I want to put glue on this piece right here. And then glue about, just kind of place it in there. So the only thing you see is basically the little hanger or that little round piece. So it looks like that. And as you can see, I only place glue on this, not this part and not this part, not just yet. Because what I need to do now is that I have that piece right there. I need to take my other half and I need to put this together. So as you can see, I have my glue right there, my little marking and my little marking right here. And because I have my hanger here, I do want to put glue all over this guy right here because I want to make sure that that gets glued very well and secured. So those are my markings right there. I'm going to align it, make sure everything lines up, and just kind of wipe any excess glue and hold it for a little bit. Okay, so now after you have this completely dry, you're going to wanna go ahead and do glue all over the front and back of the other half of the hanging piece, the little piece for hanging. Okay, and then go ahead and put your glue on your, there we go, they're over here, on your scoring lines. So your scoring lines will always be on the one side only, because on the, you only have them on that one side. So your scoring lines there, your glue, and then we're going to go ahead and close it like this. Now what I'm have been doing is I take a pair of tweezers and I put them in there to hold that in place, and the same thing at the top to hold that in place and let it dry. So here you have your egg complete. And then of course you can go back, decorate it, little beads. Also, if you don't want to put the little hanging loop right here, you can run some string through the center and do and then add beads like I think one of the samples that I showed you had the little beads. So you could do that as well. But this is how you put it together. And you can cut it out of white cardstock and color it your favorite shades. You can cut it out of pattern paper. In this case, I use the Pretty Pastels, a blue pattern, and you have a lighter color in the center and then the darker color on the openings right here. Of course, I did ink all the edges of each piece to get rid of that white core, so I didn't so I could get rid of all that. And there you go. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed my new collection. I hope you enjoyed all the gorgeous samples that the design team has done so far. And I know they will be posting them all over our socials. So make sure you don't miss that. Thank you again. I hope and hope to see you soon. Bye.